Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. No DNA, just RSA. No DNA, just RSA, man. Just like that. Bafana 2, Angola 1. Look, man, we made it difficult for ourselves. We made it difficult for ourselves. But this game should have never been a contest. It should have never been a contest. I don't know why we like to do this. We continue to do this. If there's one thing that I've always been critical of this Bafana side is the lack of having that killer instinct, the lack of being complacent at time, not realizing like, okay, we need to go for the Jakula here. The opponent's there for the taking. We need to make sure that we slaughter them, not give them a chance to breathe again, not give them a chance, a gleam of hope to come back. And that's what we did in the first half. Started the game very well, creating chances. I thought like I said, we imposed ourselves on them. Like we're playing our normal game. We're dictating the tempo of the game. We're building up from the back, being patient, and slowly getting into a groove. And we got a goal which was well deserved and a wonderful goal taken by Oceanopolis. And after that, we just reverted back, sat back, and allowed Angola to dominate the and dictate the game. And which was surprising because this Angola side was never good, was never good. The fact that like we control the game, it tells you that like we could have scored more goals if we just had a little bit of ambition. I thought like at the end of the day we lacked ambition in the first half, and after scoring the first goal, we sat back. We allowed them to dictate, and I'm gonna show you a stat that is very much telling. Look at the first half chances that Angola had. They had one big chance. We had zero big chance, despite us scoring. They had so many chances. The amount of corners that they had five corners. We had zero corner in the first half. Total shot, they had five total shots. We only had four total shots, and our goalkeeper made four saves in the first half. It tells you that like after we scored a goal, we I don't know what is it. This sickness is which I think Hugo Bruce need to actually find a cure for that. Like whenever we score a goal, we tend to sit back and try to protect that goal, which doesn't make sense. We scored an L goal, which is very important, especially going to tournament. You need to make sure that like you score an L goal, you settle and play a normal game. And after that, we after scoring a goal, look at that graph. Look at that graph. That graph is very telling. Look at that graph. Look at here. We scored a goal. After that, it was Angola only. It was Angola. We had no. We were just sitting back, and which was very frustrating. Because I'm like, why are we sitting back for? The game is still very far from being over. The game is still very far from being over. But again, one thing that I like about Hugo Bruce, look at the difference. Look at the difference here. This is after we scored a goal, and after that it was Angola. It was Angola dominating, creating chances, and literally forcing us to sit back. And I'm like, we have the players, like we have the players that are actually able to, that are pacey, that are if we have to play on transition, we can actually head Angola on transition because you have Nkwato is very much quick, very much pacey player. We have Ashana Police who's also very much pacey, but we're not even trying to do that. We're not even trying to hit them on counter attack. We're just like wanting to sit back and protect the goal that we had. But then again, once you have time, I think Hugo Bruce had a word with them. Hugo Bruce had a word with them, and because you can see, came second half. Look at that graph. Look at the change in graphics, and also the stats. We had 58% of ball position, zero big chances still, but then we had more total shots than them. Their goalkeeper made one save. Ronan Williams had nothing to do in the second half. Nothing to do in the second half. He was not troubled. Also, remember, Moreni. I'm gonna talk about Moreni. I'm gonna talk about Moreni because we have to talk about Moreni, man. We have to talk about Moreni because the boy, what a player, man. What a player. And the fact that like this, this actually he's his second game for Bafana Fan, if not his first game for Bafana Fan. The fact that like the stage is not was not even frightened. You think that like he's been there in this Bafana Fan setup for the longest time. The way he just settled so quick in this Bafana Fan side, and it doesn't even look out of place. And that's what I've been saying. I did mention it before the games. Like, I am so glad that we have the player like Moremi, someone that like he does not shy away from the pressure. He does not he take it in his stride. And most players, they kind of shrink when it comes to these stages. When you look at also Mbuli, yes, I know he played a majority of the game, but I was like, Mbuli should not have started the second half. But then I don't want to criticize players, but then I need to talk about Moremi. Moremi coming on into this game, unknown entity. We don't know much about him. Most of the casual football fans, they don't know much about Moreni. And for him to be so impactful, so impactful in this game, after substituting Nkota, coming on from Nkota that is he's struggling in the first half, if you're being honest. And also, I mean, when Nkota was substituted, I was expecting, okay, Nkota is coming off. I expect Relebolo Mufukeng to come on. I expect Elias Mokwana to come on. I expect players that have been there and done with, players that have experience. But Hugo Bruce was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Moremi, go into it. Come, get in. He was thrown into Lions Den. He was thrown into a Lions Den. And the boy swam with the sharks. The boy swam with the sharks, bro. He was there, like providing an assist. Look at that touch that he provided for Lyle Foster, man. This boy, man, oh my days. Honestly, for me, he's my man of the match. I know Lyle Foster scored a goal and provided an assist, but then for me, my man of the match is Tsepa Moremi, because remember, his goal was cancelled through Gaga VAR, and also he provided an assist. Doing that, coming from the bench, and also remember, he's very inexperienced. He is inexperienced. This is his first major tournament. He does not even have. He barely has 3 caps for Bafana Bafana. He barely has 3 caps for Bafana Bafana, and for him to be introduced, crucial moment for Bafana Bafana. Remember that time, his second half, Nkota was not living up to the expectation. Nkota was not in the game. And now it's going to be difficult now going to the second game for Coach Hugo Bruce not to start Moremi. For me, it's done enough to start to start the second game. Yes, you might say like, now it's only been one game, but this is a tournament. If a player maybe is not ready for this for the tournament, then he cannot start the next game. Moreni is showing that like he's ready for this tournament. Moreni is showing that like he's ready to go. Moreni is showing the hunger. He's showing that like he wants to cement his place in this team. He's ready for this tournament. And that's what you need. You need players that are hungry to impress. Moreni wants to impress. You can see even at Orlando Pirates the way he plays. He will run for those loose balls, those hopeless balls. You need such players in this game. You need players that are going to force the issue, and that's what Moreni is doing. Please like the video, guys. Subscribe to the channel. And I was so demotivated going to halftime. I was so dejected going to halftime, because I'm like, this team. I had such high hopes going to this tournament. And yes, like I said, we started the first half very well, but then after conceding the goal, the way we've played, I was I was like, no, this team's not gonna go far. This team might not even go to the knockout stage, because the way we played, the way we were so negative after scoring a goal, it told me everything that I needed. I thought it told me everything about this team, but this team dug deep. This team has levels. And the thing is, I don't even think like we're on our second game, or the third game. This team has levels. It has still has so many levels that can go. And the fact that like we won this game without Relebolo Mofokeng being introduced in this game. We won this game without Nkota being at his best. We won this game without even, I know also Apollo scored, but I don't think he was at his best. I don't think Apollo had his best game today. As much as like he scored, he was not at his best. So we won this game without our key players being at their best. Even our midfield, our midfield was struggling. Mokoena and Sitole, our midfield was look at our midfield in the first half, out of place, out of shape. We could not grab the hold of this game. And again, we won this game despite, especially, I don't want to single out players, but then Mbule needs to do better. Mbule needs to do better. I'm gonna give him a break. I'm not gonna be too critical on him, but he needs to do better, especially considering that like we don't have any other number 10 beside him. So he needs to do better. I hope that Liverpool will have a word with him because we are in this tournament to win it. We are in this tournament to win it, and you need all the best, all the players that will be playing majority of minutes, most minutes, to be at their best. Because, like I said, Mbule is gonna play a lot of minutes, unfortunately, and that is by default. It's because we don't have an out and out number 10 in this team. And no Mofikin can slot in there. I hope that in the second game, because we're playing Egypt, Egypt is not a physical team. I hope that like we can utilize Mofikin in that number 10 role because we need to find answers for when Sipombule drops such performances. We need to find answers because today he was not, bro. Look at the team. Look at the team. You had this is sofa score ratings. You had uh Oceanopolis being rated 7.8, Lyle Foster 8.9. So what this tells you, okay, and then what Kemang Sepam Moreni 6.4, but then he played only less 45 minutes. But out of the players that played majority of the game, which in our front line, which is Apolis and Foster, Sipombule had the lowest rating together with Mohaun Kota. And remember, Mohaun Kota was hooked earlier than Sipombule. So Sipombule played how many minutes did he play? He played 80 minutes and he still could not redeem himself. He played 80 minutes and he still could not redeem himself. So we need to find answers for that number 10 role. We need to find answers for that number 10 role. And I think, I don't know, but then I think Moremi can play that number 10 role. Look at that pass that he provided for Lyle Foster. I think we, at some point, Moremi in this tournament going forward, especially that like Nkota, I think Nkota still needs to be given a chance, especially for against a team like Egypt. I think he's gonna have much better performance. I think he will perform much better against Egypt than he performed against against Angola. So I'll still start Nkota against Egypt. I don't think I'll start Mbule. If I was the coach, I would not start Mbule against Egypt. I'll start like, look at, bro. Moremi needs to start that game, man. Moremi has to start that game. And again, I'm happy we started the season. I mean the tournament on a high note. That's just unfortunate. I thought we'd keep a clean sheet, but then it wasn't to be. I'm still happy that we managed to get the 3 points, which are crucial, puts us on a very very good position, number one in the standing right now, with Egypt and Zimbabwe to play. This game is Egypt against Zimbabwe game. I know most people will think Egypt will walk away with it, will run away with it. I don't think it's given. I don't think it's given that Egypt will beat Zimbabwe. That Zimbabwe team does have some good players. I think they might actually give Egypt a run for their money. But we need to focus on ourselves. We need to focus on ourselves. Right now, we've done enough to go through, but then we need to go through to the knockout stages by winning this, by winning our group, because winning our group puts us in a good position to play those weaker teams, those teams that like are not your I mean, you know that you don't want to be facing Nigeria. You don't want to be facing Senegal. You don't want to be facing big teams in the knockout stages. So we need to make sure that we win this game, and also we can beat Egypt. We can beat Egypt, especially if we play the way we played in the second half. Especially if we played this the way we played in the first 20 minutes of this game, because uh, I thought at our best, if we play at our best, I don't think there's teams that can compete against us. I'm sorry, I don't think there's many teams that can withstand us, because you look at the option that we have on the bench. Again, someone like Elias Mokwana, I thought he was impressive. I know he only had 10 minutes to play. I thought he was impressive. And you look at the bench. I mean, we did not even utilize our bench that much, because you look at, yes, Batus Obas was needed because we needed to solidify the results. What that 2-0, we need to make sure that like we made our midfield strong. He was physical when he came on, won balls, and and he helped the midfield. I mean, look at the bench. Mufokeng is still on the bench. Mahopa was not did not had a single minute to play. Mbata is on the bench. Sandra Campbell is on the bench. So we have options. We do have options, and we have game winners on the bench. And it's something that like most teams, I don't think have. And again, in this team, there's cohesiveness, there's togetherness, there's we don't have big names, we have a team. And I think to win tournaments, you need a team that will stay like this together. A team that like again, team players that can win you games from the bench. So I'm very happy, man, with the performance, the second half performance, and I think I think we can win this. I believe we can win this. I'm not. I hope I'm not jinxing it. I hope that I'm not jinxing it, but on our day, we can beat anyone. And I think Egypt, we need to go approach the Egypt game with so much belief that like we can beat Egypt. Because other than Mo Salah, other than I mean Tregaze, I don't even count him. But other than Mo Salah, what can Egypt does is not the Egypt of the past. And again, Mo Salah is he has passed his best days. So I think Bafana can win this group. And if we win this group, I think we'll put ourselves in a very good position uh, to go all the way and reach the semifinals. I just want us to believe in ourselves. I just want us to 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 approach games with arrogance. We need to approach games with arrogance, with that mentality that like we're gonna beat you and there's nothing that you're going to do about it. We're gonna dominate games. We need that mindset. We need that. We need to have teams. Teams need to respect us. Teams need to respect us, regardless the opposition, whether it's Senegal, whether it's Nigeria, whether it's any team, because we have what it takes. We have what it takes to beat these teams, man. Guys, guys, AFCON is not the AFCON of the past 10 years or 15 years. We don't have Nigeria that has the likes of Obi Mikel. We don't have Ivory Coast that has the likes of Solomon Kalou and Didier Drogba and Sekatien. We don't have Egypt that has the likes of Apotrika and Zidane. We don't have Senegal has the likes of Senegal is still a good team. Senegal is still a good team, but I'm just saying the quality of this African teams is not as good as it was 15 years ago or 10 years ago. This AFCON is there for the taking. We can win this. Uh, so subscribe to the channel, guys, and like the video, and also comment. I'm gonna read your comment. I wanna know what you guys thought of the game. Please comment. Say Rappeling Kanye says I predicted tonight's game. Yes, we need to focus on our game. Period. Forget our giants. We are giants now. We can beat it. Exactly. You see that Rappeling? That's the mindset that we need. That's the mentality that Hugo Bruce needs to instill in these players. And these players need to understand that, like, after scoring a goal, don't sit back. Go for the second goal. Go for the third goal. We need to send a strong message. We came third in the last AFCON. We need to take a step further. We need to take the step further. We need to believe that we can win this. Like, you look at the depth that we have. I mean, if we came third in the last AFCON, despite, I mean, I'm gonna go through the squad that we had in the last AFCON. Let me just do this. Wafana. I mean, we had the likes of Maseko in the last AFCON. We had the likes of Mobi in the last AFCON. We had the likes of the squad was terrible. Poor squad in the 2023 AFCON. You compare that squad, the 2023 squad, with the current squad. The difference is night and day. The difference big is huge. So we have game winner. I mean, in the last AFCON, who did we have from the bench that could win us games from the bench? The starting 11, you had the Tembazwane, Pesitau, Mahopa starting games consistently. We hardly utilized the bench in the last AFCON. This AFCON, so much quality on the bench, so much depth on the bench. Even in the goalkeeper's position, Sipochaine is just as good as Ronan Williams. In the last AFCON, you had Ronan Williams. If Ronan Williams, let's say maybe for if he had uh, uh, um, gotten an injury in the last AFCON, You had Velimutra as a substitution on the bench for Ronald Williams. You had Velimutra. Now you have Sipochain, who for me is just as good of a goalkeeper as Ronald Williams. And the defense. Let me just do this. So what I'm saying is that, like, if we were able to come third in the last Afcon, then surely we can win. We can go and finish the second, or beat the runners up, or win this thing this time around, because the quality is there, the competition is there. Nah, man. I mean, we had the likes of Zakele Lepasa in the last Afcon. Zakele Lepasa was in the second. Was in the Afcon last time. Zakele Lepasa. He does not even doesn't it doesn't even have a team at this present moment. It doesn't have a team. I mean, look at the squad. Velimutra was on the bench. Grant Kekana, okay, he was good. I mean, we had Terence Mashiro, Nico Mobi, who else? Sianda Kulu. We had Tabam Monari in the last AFCON. We had Zakele Mufukeng instead of Nkota. I would not have complained. Had we started Mahopa instead of Lyle Foster as a number 9, I would not have complained. What I'm saying is that, like, our bench is just as strong as our starting 11. Substitutions are like for like. We need to change the mindset. Now, the aim should be to win this tournament. The aim should be to win this tournament. This tournament can be won. It's been a long time. The last time we won it was in 1995. 1995 or 1990, was it 1996? I was not even born. I'm not sure. I was not even born. If I think, yeah, it was 1995. I was not even born. We have the quality of every African player in our team right now. Exactly. So this mindset of getting a first goal and sitting back, we need to abolish it. We need to abolish this mindset of protecting one goal lead. What the heck? Have you seen like a big team protecting one nil lead, especially in the first half? I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that ever again. Regardless of the opposition. I don't care if we play against Egypt. I don't care if we're playing against any other team. We're not defending a 1-0 score in the first half. You can defend it around 80th minutes. If we're able to score in the first 20 minutes, it tells me that, like, we can actually score another goal in the first half. We can score 2 goals in the first half. But anyways, I'm happy, man. We managed to get the maximum points, which put us in a very comfortable position, because again, we can still win this. We can still go through even with 3 points, but that's not enough. We should not have that mindset that, like, oh, 3 points can get us to the knockout stage. We need to want more. And again, special mention, special mention goes to this man, none other than Kuliso Muta. What a player, man! What an animal of a right back. Bro, this guy is unfortunate that, like, he's old. He's, I think, 30 years of age. It's unfortunate. It is unfortunate because the guy has the goods. The guy has the goods, man. He has what it takes. He's way too good, man. Kuliso Mudau. Oh man, I hope he extend his contract with Mamelodi Sundowns, because what a player, man. Like, he dominates. He dominates every winger. What a player, man. It's just unfortunate that he's old. I think if he was discovered early, he would have been a centre back, because the guy, he's just too good. He's just what a defender, man. He's just because for me, I think if maybe he was 22, 23, he would have been converted to a centre back. I mean, he's way too good. He's way too good, man. Let me see. The boys played in the pitches, but resistance gave us okay. No problem. Mudau deserves praises, man. Mudau deserves huge amount of credits. Moremi is such an asset for us. He changed the game. We should give him his flowers. Yeah, now Moremi deserves huge amount of credits. The fact that like is doing this, I mean, how many caps does he say? I think this must have been his second Bafana game, if not the third. Uh, he's not established. He's not established in this Bafana squad. He's still a newbie. He's still a newbie, but he's literally relishing this opportunity. He's taking this opportunity by with both hands, and I think he deserves to start the next game, man. He has to start the next game. Kolani, what are you saying, Kolani? What are you saying, my boy? What are you saying? What are you saying? What are you saying? Bro, you guys need to like the video, man. Come on, man. Like the video. What's wrong with y'all? Tatawal naking. Like a video, guys. Come on, man. What's wrong? Moremi. Come on, man. Why is that Lutlika? Moremi changed the game for us. Police was on fire. Mbogas and Gezana at the back was solid. Nah, but then I'm not. Look, man. Uh, I know we won, but the mistakes that Mbogas and Gezana made in the first half, the amount of times that like Angola's players had free headers in the first half, I was not happy with that. The fact that like they had two clear, unmarked, uncontested headers, which forced Ronan Williams into making saves. I'm not sure. I'm not sure that Mbogas and Gezana deserves praises for that performance. Maybe in the second half, but in the first half, I don't think they deserve any praises for the first half that they had. We can't have opposition teams having free headers, unmarked headers in our box. We can't allow that. We can't. And I know Mbogazi, he does struggle with aerial balls, but Ngezana needs to help him with regards to that. Both Apolis and Foster, beautiful clean goals. Super sub Moremi plus Apolis. Yeah, man, Moremi deserves huge amount of credits, man. I cannot sing him, give him enough credits for how impactful he has been. I mean, even at Orlando Pirates, I don't like Orlando Pirates, not my favorite team, but his performances, you cannot not notice him. You cannot not give him credits. He has been instrumental. He has been instrumental, and this was separate boys from men. This was separate good players from average players. The fact that like you could go to a team like Orlando Pirates and not look out of place and quickly establish himself in the starting 11 of Orlando Pirates, and also went on to be a member Orlando Pirates. I mean, Bafana player. It tells you all you need to know about him. I mean, this was his third game for Bafana. This was his third game for Bafana, and he is untouchable right now. He is untouchable. He has to start the next game. This is third appearance for Bafana. He made his debut recently this year, June. Orlando Pirates have themselves a very top player there in Moreni, man. They have themselves such a top footballer. But yeah, huge credit for Orlando Pirates scouts because they did their job. They did their job, man. They earned their money. But yeah, anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you guys for joining in and watching. It's been great. Let's wait for the next game against Egypt. Hopefully, we do get another W against Egypt. If not get a W, get a draw. Get a draw against Egypt and get a W against Zimbabwe. Then that will put us in a very good position to finish top in the group. So yeah, man. Other than that, I think I'm gonna finish the stream here, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And watch this new team, especially the new young boys. Tell being Gezana a new player. Give them a time. Yeah, I think they will improve. Obviously, they will improve. I do expect them to improve, but we have to be honest. They were kind of like situations that were raising eyebrows in the first half, but second half I think they cleaned up on those mistakes, and I hope they will be making even lesser mistakes or less and lesser mistakes going to other games. Yeah, now Moremi is on fire, man. Moremi is on fire, man. I like him. I like him. I remember I was so critical of him, man. When he was introduced against Polokwane City, I was like, where's this guy coming from? And but ever since, man, he has hit the ground running. He has won the hearts of Orlando Paris faithfuls, and you have to give him credit, man. You can't like honestly. It kind of reminds me of Oceanapolis, something that I've also highlighted. I've been saying that like you need players that like will not because look at Apolis in the last AFCON, hardly had any minutes, hardly had minutes in the last AFCON. But then he took that as a motivation, worked on his skills, sharpened his knives. Look at him right now. He's the best player in South Africa. He is by far the best player in South Africa. And look, I'll say it again, and I'll sound like a broken record, but then we need Tempazwan in this. It's late. He won't be in this Bafana squad, but I just feel like Tempazwan. I think he was gonna be the difference. I think he was gonna be that player that takes us to another level and win us this tournament. But then I still think we can win it. I still hope and believe that like we can actually go all the way and win this thing. Anyways, I'm stopping the video here. Thank you for joining in and watching. Shap shap.